And we are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome. Well, this went well. I thought I was gonna have like a really good voice. I've gotten a good voice, but for the moment, it is. It's quite a lot. Again, I'm doing all this on my own. I try to keep it up as well as I'm going. But oh yeah, okay. All right, here we go. I'll try to do this professionally. I have my phone on my side who's pinging. I'm probably gonna turn that one off as well. I do think we have a chat on as well, don't we? I do not know if we do. I'm gonna turn my sound off on my cell phone. So it doesn't buzz all over the place. Here we go. I will say hello, everybody, and welcome to Shotgun Brothers 1, this YouTube channel where I do a bunch of animation sometimes and a bunch of drawing sometimes. And when I try to stay active sometimes. I hope you're all are ready for some animation. Again, my name is John Ferguson. You already know me as a start animator, or as I need to prefer myself from some individuals, that I am a hobby animator. I don't know why, I don't care, but in the end, we're gonna do some cleanup today. And for maybe some people who have been watching it later on, or are coming later, or are appearing right now, this is the character that we are doing right for the moment. And it's an archer that we have done before, and this archer we have started to animate, and thanks to all the people over on Instagram, you can see that on a hashtag down below, creative_arts_John, and you will find all the pictures, and maybe you will also find my page. It would be very appreciative if you all who think it's worth watching come over and say hello. So this is a main effort that I pulled together, and we're gonna look at the animation that is, well, roughly done. Well, the rough animation, more or less. We'll take a look-see. And here we are. Doesn't this look really, really gorgeous? So, of course, we're doing the cleanup out of this character that we have created. And hopefully the internet stays up this time and doesn't go completely bananas on me. Because that would be really unfortunate. It happened once, but hopefully it doesn't happen again in any case. So we'll jump directly over to some animation, shall we? And I'll take some Q&As as well. Again, I do not know. I need to check. Hold on for just a short moment, actually, as I'm trying to see if I can get up the chat. Absolutely, I got the chat up and running, so I can see all of you. If you type anything nice, or if you have any questions. Again, this is a Q&A, and hopefully there are some questions about either anything, really. It's up to the people. But let's not just talk about, even though I like to talk. Let's jump over to this. Well, hello, a character I've been working on. Ta-da! So let's take this out. Let's see the real character instead. There you go. Oh, the animation has been really nice. Oh, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Also, do not forget to check with other people. Tell that this animation is coming up. People have always seemed to be a part of this animation, and I do not know if I'm doing anything out of the ordinary, or if it is just that people sometimes do not find the chat or the room or the place. But again, Shotgun Brothers 1 is where this live animation is going. Take a little bit of a sip of coffee. Oh, that's a nice cup of coffee. And we'll jump straight into it. I'm just gonna sharpen one of my pencils. So be prepared for some paper ASMR, or what it's called. I do not know. Take a blank piece of paper. We'll start already. I hope this angle works. Just gonna move. Oh, sorry. Coffee, absolutely. Oh, great! You're also gonna draw. Fantastic to hear. The more people who join me drawing, it's more amazing. So right now we're gonna continue starting the animation, and you cannot see, but I'm gonna put a number 10 over here so I can see where I need to go. So I'm seeing a problem already. Hold on. Everything is improvised. Having a pen in my mouth. Get loose. Loose, foot loose. Take off your Sunday shoes. Here we go. Much better. We're gonna start on a completely new page. Listen to that. Paper flipping. Indeed. Oh great, there's a great angle. Lovely to hear. Too badly I can't see your face. I don't want to show my face. I can show the top of my head. There you go. That's the top of my head. Let us start. As you can see, we have the character. We're just gonna go with the hair to get it all flowing. And again, some Q&A is gonna be questioned as well. I will see. I haven't been that good with talking as well as I draw, but the more I think I do it, the better I'll think I become. I think there's an accident there, but I think it can look really cool. So I got a question a long time ago, and this question was just simple to how do I found myself doing 2D animation, and why do I stuck with doing it the traditional way? And to be honest, I just had no interest in digital art, even though it has been a thing that I'm trying to come back to more and more. I'm starting to get a little bit better on, but yeah, it's just I would say my style, kinda. I enjoy feeling the paper. I feel like I'm in control of this. Oh, there was actually a question. Oh, that's really good. I just went on with it. Well, thank you, the viewer. uh, but yeah, but traditional animation will always be a favorite of mine because I was always inspired by. I mean, the first animation I ever watched as a kid was Mulan, the animated one, not the live action one. God have mercy on our souls. I haven't seen it, but when the comment section of that sort of show is uh, not that positive, I think I generally go, I like the cartoon better. Uh, but that kind of started me in the idea of, first of all, of drawing, and then it came to me having the opportunity at school to actually start having that as a side project. There, and it drew me to actually wanting to experiment on expanding my drawing skills, because I felt that I can continue drawing and it will be uh, I will never extend from that. But when it came to uh, me wanting to expand on, no, we're not gonna have you there. Where did we have you? Oh, we did have you there. Good. When it came to me wanting to do this project, wanted to do the school project, I really wanted to learn how to animate, and I was always fascinated with behind the scenes. It's something that I continuously watch for the one reason of me actually wanting to learn about how they did things and how they draw, because I was trying also to understand how they did uh, their Disney characters as well. So that kind of brought me into animation. Then I'm also a person that want to do so many things, but know that I, number one, never will have the people to be able to do it. Uh, and there are so many things that I want to do. I want to do movies. I want to do uh, art projects. I want to do. I want to do films. I want to do costumes. It's sort of thing why I also went into theater a lot, just because it is. You get to do all those things as a work. That kind of drove me to, I can work with this, and then I just went, yeah, theater is my style. Uh, but quite quickly I realized as well that I probably will never have the the manpower to do it, to have the people who are both interested in doing a sort of movie that I wanted to make, together with actually uh, making it come to uh, come to come to shot, really. So I really went to animation because it became less of a inconvenience for me, because I could just set myself down and actually do it. And even though it took some time, it's definitely more, for me at least, is definitely more worth it, because then I don't have to worry about time. I get to do whatever I need to do. I don't want to change you actually. Let's change you up here. Much better. Let's turn this one off. So do they look? I'm gonna have make this in colored later on as well. Just checking a little bit. Right. Before we do that, we're actually gonna go do some more. So that's kind of how I went into animation. I was interested, and then I wanted to do so much that I put myself to it to learn animation because I was interested in it the same as anyone else would try to do animation. I don't know. Again, I love this sort of art style as well. It's a whole nother thing for me, at least, to do it hand drawn as well. I could have done it digital, but didn't have the technology back then, didn't know how to work. I tried, and I just felt like it took too long to learn a whole new skill, so I stuck with doing traditional 2D animation. And also it just looks so much better as well when it comes out as well. Kind of what I miss with the whole department of animation studios and that sort of thing, that they have kind of forgotten that there's a bunch of artists who can do so much amazing characters as well from just from manuscript, and knowing that someone has drawn it, it's what drives me a lot to just continue doing this as traditional as possible. I hope that answered that question. Also, I hope I'm also being heard as well. So we're gonna go back and forth and see what we need to fix. So when you're doing, for me at least, and I'm trying to do animation, I'm trying to find already where, gonna bring the original out as well. See where I had the chin. Chin was up here. So there it went. There it went. So when you're doing cleanup, I'm usually taking the last one because that one has been sort of already fixed, and I'm trying to see where everything is going to go instead from there. Because I've chosen that as well as the character's going up, the legs are gonna disappear underneath as well. So the whole body kind of moves. We're gonna fix the hand later on as well. Because I realized I didn't have the bow and string on this one. Someone asked me later on as well what I would do with this, how I would progress. So this is, as I would call, a pre-sketch, and I also realized that I have done a whole another design on the collar. goes up like this. What was the? What was I thinking of a question? Yeah, what I was supposed to do with this one? Well, sort of mind that it's going to go to become digital at last as well, but it's not gonna come out like this. What's gonna happen is that so what's gonna happen is that I will turn all these pages on as well. I will photograph them, I'll check how they look, and I will fix any weird angles, I will fix any inconsistencies, and I will also try to just mark wherever there might be something weird. If I cannot find it now, I will probably find it later as well. I started just to fix the color over there. So, and again, I'm trying to make one by one as well. People have said as well to that it's a waste of drawing mileage. And again, if you people who do not know, mileage of a drawing is meaning how many lines you have to draw for a specific piece. Just gonna fill this one in so we can see if there is an this jawline there. I'm gonna open this up and just gonna get the kind of lines already in. Hopefully, and again to see if there's any like weird placements. This will go to digital after it has been gone. Gone through how I kind of want it to look as well. So we are going to fix this part as well, because the whole leg is actually starting from here, and probably we want this to become a little bit higher as well. As they're stretching up, I want the belt as well to stretch up with it to not completely disappear. Again, sort of lines like this down here, if you can see. We're gonna try to make them as straight and fine as possible, so when we are taking them in, you can see the elbow as well, it's completely off, so we need to make this one a tiny bit bigger. We'll see. So far, so good. I'll jump over to the original again, because I need to fix the hand. God knows that not only me, but 1,000 people hate doing hands. But I come up with a kind of okay solution for hands as well. Not gonna brag because it still is hard to find the perfect hand that you are definitely more comfortable of showing off to people. That's kind of what a hand is. We're just gonna draw the string of the bow. Close this one down. I think we are reaching about 30 minutes now. Yeah, we are. So again, it takes a little bit of a while. I'll see how long I will do this until my internet probably shuts down. But else, just enjoy having the sound of the paper rolling up and down. The animator ASMRs. Trying to look to see how the hand looks, and I can already say it doesn't look that great. What we want to do, connecting them to here and there and there. So this is going to be quite tricky, but we'll fix it. We'll fix it at post. Hand doesn't look that weird. I'm just gonna do this one as well because I think this will be better. Yeah, that turns out. Oh, and the pen scratching the paper. Absolutely. I'm glad that people can hear that. A little bit of a coffee break. Cheers, everybody. Ooh, lovely, lovely. So as we can see, we'll do it like this. We take 8, 7, and 6. A few we have done later on as well. Again, it's been a long time since I've done any of these streams over on YouTube, but I really enjoy them. I really, really do. And thank God it's the weather for it, else it has been burning hot here. And I'm not that comfortable with hot weather, but let's see how it looks. I can see there's some problems already coming into view, but it's nothing that I cannot fix later on as well. But right now I'm trying to look at just pieces. Again, face looks okay. It could be fixed, definitely. I could use less lines on the eyes at the beginning. We'll clean them up as well as we go. Let's watch the hair. Yeah, the hair moves perfectly. Was the one I was most worried about. But since the head is moving as well, the end results will be great. Let's watch the movement of the arm as well. Let's take it step by step. Just the shoulder. Oh yeah, I like it. It works until I show it up on the camera. It will probably be definitely worth it more. So this will be the next one we will jump into, and if I believe it correctly, will not be, yeah, it will be a completely upside face as well. Before we jump into that, we're gonna take a little bit of a shorty break. And not sort of a break that I have to go away or anything, but just gonna look. At the final animation. I'll just talk for a little while. Yes, shall we see? Yeah, here we go. Much better. Ah. Oh, a lovely coffee. I hope that everyone's doing well out there. Again, there's just only 2 people. I'm just gonna check. Me phone as well. Oh, people have exploded. I'm glad that people come off and see me over on Facebook as well. If you're watching this later on, Art and Animation by John F. is the one thing, or you can use the at John Art and Animation, and you can find me on Facebook, even though I don't think it's the best media to do it. I have my concern with Facebook a lot. Generally, again, having the questions and all that being posted on that. But, ooh. I like this one. But yeah. Oh yeah, it's so hot. It really is. So again, the chat is, I think it's quite late a little bit. So, John, yes. Hello. I don't know how for many seconds at least, but for something. I nearly got 200 followers. Hurrah! So we'll see about that. Oh, you have a situation. Absolutely. Tell it to me. What is the situation? Oh no. Is your eraser gone? Well, just like me, I can turn back on the other camera. Hold on. If you're like me and I lost your eraser, you have like already 3 of them scattered around the place. So you will never lose yourself ever a eraser. Oh, it's just that. Oh yeah, it's that short of a delay. It ain't that bad. So I have a secondary thing as well. There's a lot of ideas that I want to do during the summer as well, and I'll see what I will do with all them. You mean this one? Wait, hold on. I'll get back to it. This one. It's actually an older eraser. It had been in a hit in another holder that you can flick out. But since the eraser nearly got wasted, I just removed it completely. Yeah, I don't think I really did help. But yeah, I just have erasers just completely scattered all over the place. Oh, I'm sorry that you heard that coffee. Uh, there was also a bunch of other questions as well, and we're gonna actually do. I'm gonna do a little bit more of a detail of it. I'm actually gonna go back to this one as well, so we can just have it up. But I'm gonna go into further detail how I check my animation as well. And the first thing is that I use this sort of camera. I got laughed at this. Someone laughed at me and said, or scoffed, and said, using that. And I'm going, yes, I do. I will show you exact, and I will tell in a more information video how I do things when it comes to animation. Especially as a hobby artist, I need to point that out. I'm not a professional animator. I am, for God's sake, just an ordinary individual. Oh, that's lovely. I have the window open because it's still increasingly hot outside. So again, what are we up to? Oh yeah, we'll say in I'll try to keep this up in about 20 minutes. We'll do the next piece. Here we go. Blank. But again, I'll talk a lot about in another video, a more information video, how I do these sort of things. I use simple cameras to. I'll just show it to all of you. It will look like this. Shall we see? Can I can't get a focus on anything because it is that sort of like angle to it. But if I angle it just a little bit like this, then I can see the full animation rolling out the way I want it to be. And I use this to not only tell me exactly how it looks, but kind of how fast it needs to be, because this one goes in about 20 frames per second to 22 frames per second depending on what it is. So this simple camera has helped me a lot when it comes to animation to get the speed, and before I start doing anything is I photograph all the things, and instead of using any programs, instead of using Adobe, or instead of using any other software and trying to get it on the computer, instead I will try to see it before I even edit it. So that one will be a lot of help during the time to see before. And again, just putting it up against the a tripod, which is being used right now, and to just photograph and then see it how it looks. Let's see, there's some more questions. Are there any more questions? Looks fantastic. Oh, thank you. My birds in the background. Artist is fun. I love it. I don't care. I love it. Even the most brave of persons, though. Oh, thank you. My animation is so beautiful. Well, that means so help me. Thank you. I hope this doesn't annoy people. Some people have said are sensitive to light and all that. I'll respect that as well. So if it is a problem, then I'll turn it off, because it is still, again, is shimmering from on top. But I don't think it would be that's a kind of a problem either. So yeah, but again, I will go into detail in another information video on YouTube, more or less, about how I do my animation, because I always, again, I like these sort of things. I always watched the inspiration for all this is mostly, I can see Aaron Blaze have done a lot of like live shows, and they of course, I am not Aaron Blaze. I am John. And I'm a simple animator, but again, I love all that behind the scenes stuff in animation, in films. And say what you want about the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit, but when the dedication is there for the film that they're making, we're not gonna have you there, actually. We're just gonna have you sort of yeah, I'm talking to myself again. But I always love behind the scenes. It's kind of why I do these sort of things, because some people will find this, just like me, find this interesting to see it all behind the theatrics of the three. I don't. How do you say it? The theatrics, behind the scenes of how certain people are doing things. And instead of just showing, for instance, just some finished art and then going piece by piece with how it was made, I more enjoy seeing the whole scene being played out, as well as being as well as seeing people talk about how their thought process are going in the animation or in the movie or whatever they are creating, because that's always the fun part. Because sometimes there will come up an idea going like, oh, we had this problem, but we solved it by doing this. Going in my head, that's a lovely solution, or I could probably make that one a little bit better. I started to get angry. Oh, sorry. Not gonna yell into the mic. Hail Buddha, absolutely. Also, sorry, not sorry for spam. It's completely fine. It makes me want to look at the screen a little bit more, knowing that there's someone there. Because they're getting serious. Again, we're gonna try to turn this as well as digital later on as well. But we'll try to finish this one, and then we'll take a short little break, because I need to walk. If I sit still for a long time, I'll bored myself out. So they'll start to stand up right about here. And we are going to... I also got a question if they, because some people have seen me doing doing animals. I mean, when I say animals, I mean they have seen me draw the elephant or the elephants that I've done, and they have asked me, have I ever thought of going more into animal territory and wanting to put some ears in, actually. Such. And if I wanted to expand on that. And in my mind, it's sort of like, yeah, if there's one thing I want to learn more to do, autonomy in like the Animal King is definitely drawing horses. Not only because it is funnier to do and more interesting to draw when it comes to muscles and that sort of thing. It's has a little bit to do with what I think of what I use animals for. So again, I wouldn't be drawing a bear if it weren't a reason for me drawing a bear. As my facial expression. I had a camera before. I can probably install it. I don't think it's going to work. Meets. I have to cut it out and shut it off. Which is sort of a thing is with me. And I don't know. I don't show my face that often when it comes to this, but I have done it before. The first one I did with my face on it. I had it on the side, but want to see me pretty face? Of course you want to see my pretty face. I want to see my pretty face every time I look in the mirror. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, I'm a rascal. Did I talk about anything? What is it? Who's sending me stuff? Is it you, Marlene? Hey. People are bussing me all over the place. Oh. Oh, I love that one. Sorry. It was just someone else who sent who did something. It looks cool. Here we go. Let's continue so we can take a break. Just gonna draw in these a little bit. But yeah, if there was any sort of animal, it would definitely be horse. I really want to sit myself down and learn how to draw the autonomy of that. And generally, because we're playing a lot of D&D, and I generally believe that it would be cool to see most of our party actually on a horse. And not just imagine. What are people doing? Oh, it's you. What are you doing? No, I didn't see the last one. But I'm so sorry that I'm keeping you up. Where are you traveling to? You don't have to say that in chat, please. You can say it on a private message. Okay, let's just see. So we have the second one. We're probably gonna go over here as well. So I'm trying to find the nooks and the other things as well. So we're trying to already start doing some folds as well. Just start. I'll send you some love. Put him on a horse. Yeah, yeah. Which one? Which D&D character? Again, play a lot of D&D. Miss D&D. I wanna play more D&D. Let's start by just seeing and doing the hand for the moment. I think it's too small, but it will probably work. Bow, bow, bow. Counting on how the hand looks before, I do not believe that this is the right one either. But we'll see. We'll try to. Also, can all of them? Which one is all of them? A chaotic one, the one I like. So what are you doing? Smerlin. Okay. Cool. I'm glad that everyone having a holiday. So, right. What we're gonna do is we're gonna keep that arm and this arm a little bit up for grabs. I'm gonna turn this one off. Oh, my stomach. Gonna take the original piece and put it over here. Put it over. Yeah. And they're not gonna forget to number this, because numbering all your stuff is so important to your everyday sanity. I'll put this one at 11, which you can't see. Was he Njaxen gaming? We'll open this up. I'm so sorry. I'm already noticing is that we're probably gonna fix up the shoulder a little bit like such. We're gonna follow the line. We're probably going to make this one a little bigger. This one not make it too. It's too long of a hand though. trying to fix that the hand doesn't look like it's stretching out. Can see it already. That we're having that sort of issue. And what we're gonna do is we are actually, there you are, place you over here. That will probably solve a lot of scenarios. We're gonna make you have a little bit of a bigger muscles to fix that problem. A little bit better. Not perfect, but better. And of course we can see the fingers are immediately much smaller. So we're actually going to make them a little bit bigger. Like such. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. So they're turning the whole body as well. Trying to find the right angle as well. Gotta have a belly button because it's human. And we're also gonna make not the chin, that. We're gonna make it a little bit higher, somewhere around there. Make the collarbone somewhere around there. Yeah. Definitely works. Probably want this one to, just looking at the hair, how I want it to move as well. Probably want it to fall down here a bit. Just being a little bit cheeky. To not make so much unnecessary hair as well come up and go as well, but we'll see how it looks in the final cut as well. Oops, so sorry. Move the whole tripod. Shall we see if I can move you back a bit? So you can... Oh god. Here we go. Much better. Much, much better. Sort of tucked in as well, so let's make this one a little bit more straighter. So yeah, I think I was complaining. I think that was the last thing I I had in my mind, but there's so much else things we can do with our time. Use it well. Do fun stuff instead of complain. Be an artist, paint and draw. Much funnier. Much better that way. Do something that you want to do. Something that you like. Stop commenting on how my archer doesn't... It's not proportionately right. Because I don't care. I've also come back into archery. I keep on kicking everything I have. I think I'm starting to lose my nerve a little bit. I think I'm going insane. And we need to see. Yeah. There we go, much better. So we are also going to try to fix the eyes as well. I've told people not to use the butt, the end butt of your thing, but sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. I'm also really close to the mic right now. Hello. How you doing? Are you painting over there? Are you? It looks really nice. Let me just listen to listen to me when I was sharpening my pen. Isn't that lovely? You probably didn't hear it. I'll stop whispering now. I'll move back to the mic all the way over here. Here we go. Much better. We'll try to fix the eyes as well. That was the last thing we're going to do. We're gonna make them really look up and to be angry as well. Beep 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 nose. Make them a little bit bigger over here. Again, I probably will fix a lot of these things as I've gone through them side by side. But for the moment, for this moment, as we enter a new age of technology, I can say that this lovely character is coming really, really good to life, and we're going to fix the shoulder pads as well. Because that was one thing no one wished for. Shoulder pads. I'm so sorry. Again, having this as an ASMR would be, I would fall asleep to this without a question of a doubt. Listening to paper being flipped back and forth. Right, so let's take a final look-see. We're not gonna quit. Because we're coming to the fun part when they're turning in, coming to my favorite pose. So we have 8, 9, 10, 11. Probably gonna do it like this one as well. That looks great. Just trying to look at first the face. Yeah, I really shaved the cheekbones there. That's a good one I did. As it turns its neck, the hair is definitely going to explode more as they turn. Probably gonna make it more sharp as well as in the beginning. Because I like this stripe as well, being a little more anime. Sort of stylish. Before we go to break for 15 minutes or such, are there any questions? Well, I'll look through here, and I know there's a little bit of a delay. Yeah, I like it when it becomes all serious like. If I could put the camera somewhere around here, it would be shown so much better. But again, I don't have the pod to do it. Else I could move it all forward, but that would mean that I would lean on the board or my table. One question. Absolutely, go ahead. Come on, come on. Do your animation usually turn out as you want it to? Not every time. I did an animatic of my D&D character, and when I look at it, it's my first time doing it that way on digital, and I wasn't pleased with how it came out to be, and it's was more of a stress that I needed to get it done and finished and posted than being more satisfied with what I did. So that's one case when it didn't turn out well. Else, I'm quite surprised when I do these sort of things and when I watch the rough animation that it turned out better than I expected so many more times than I thought it would. So when, I mean, for instance, for this character, as I was going through just the rough, it turned on me that I kind of nailed so much of the things that I wanted to do, and even more. And sometimes you surprise yourself by, I'm just gonna try this one now, and it either turns out it looks a little bit flimsy, or it turns out really great. So yeah, I would say that usually when I have a plan, I kind of go along with the plan I have, and it turns out the kind of the way I want it to be. But it most of the times just surprised me, and that also makes me keep on going. It's to see the finished animation to be up on YouTube, or show it to people on Instagram. It's a joy for me that I got to do it, and it's never for. Again, I don't bother with people coming to the stream or not. It's for me, makes me want to do it first of all, and if people want to chat like you, it's super nice. And in in the end, I do this because I always loved that animation. The more I do it, the better I become, and the quicker will be to draw facial expressions, to draw any expressions, to draw animals, or to draw people, or to draw action scenes, and actually be quicker with it. I mean, these sort of things would have taken me. I mean, I was a whole day when I started beginning a first animation, and it took me a whole day to do not even 3 minutes. And I was sat a whole day, and everything hurt from my. I was drawing also with my wrist, and my wrist was hurting, and I didn't even do 3.2 minutes for a whole day. That's overworking hours. so so yeah. Well, take us over here, and then we're gonna start off the uh, the coffee break one. Here we go. So I wish I should have a timer. I think there is a timer on this one, but uh, I will say for now 15 minutes. 15 minutes art break. Take yourself a good cup of coffee. If you don't have a cup of coffee, make yourself a hot beverage of either tea, or you may be doing yourself a favor and taking yourself a sody pop, and just enjoy it. In the meanwhile, I'll be back soon. 15 minutes. And we're back. Hello, everybody. If people are still there, I hope. I do not know. I cannot tell. I have switched to another cup. My favorite mug. With some nice, just some juice. It could be wine. You never know. I don't usually drink when I draw, but sometimes it's nice. I'm trying to keep the energy up as well. Yeah. I'm just gonna continue relaxing a little bit. I screamed out loud. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you? I don't know. I don't even know if it was 15 minutes. I'm gonna drink my contents so I can show everyone the mug that I love so much. Oh, probably hearing me drinking. I'm so sorry. Also, my also a person is going to bed as well, so I'm trying to keep my voice down a little bit. Oh. There we go. This is my favorite mug for now. Satanas, Lucifer. Here we go. Hope the stream is going well. There is no lag, I hope, on the other side. And also to kind of return to the question that was asked as well, is that I'm not unhappy that I didn't do it. That needs to be pointed out. All the art that I put out, I'm always happy that I did. I have done. But sometimes it doesn't come out the way you want it to do. And as you look back, it's always a reminder of, oh, you know what, it could be, I could do it better next time. You learn always from something that you've done. And hail the devil. So yeah. So even though it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to do, the way I wanted it to be, I'm more happy that it actually, at least it's out there. So I learned something. The process of learning. So we have this, 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 and this one still left to do, and a bunch of other stuff to do as well. It kind of slows down as well, but we'll see how long I'll keep this stream up for. Hello. Another challenger has entered the game. Welcome. So I can already see from this one that these eyes needs to be a little bit higher. Oh, we'll come to that a little bit later. The first thing I want to do, as I can already see, is I want to get the face up and done. I'm gonna sharpen this pen as well. All praise the favorite mug. It was all in like a big, all in letters, so I was trying to read it. You know I'm dyslexic. There we go. good. Let's get this done. Let's see. I done ain't done matter. I was also getting a question of what sort of paper I use. I have bought during my entire life paper that has been quite see-through, so you can kind of see, really pushing it through, you can kind of see it already. So even if I was drawing it without the light board being on, I could still see through. But then again, I like to have the light board on sometimes. So let's take this one up to a 12. We have increased the number. Sorry for the light. Oh, I'm gonna put on my gloves as well. Here we go. I am evil. I am chaos. A band from a long time ago. I don't know if they still play. I just remember that I was in a music video a long time ago. The same school that made me jump into animation as well. I don't know what the music video is called. I should look it up. Show it to all my friends. Oh, I was in a music video once. I've done so much weird stuff in my life. I'm glad I've done it. My life is a color book. Somehow it makes sense. Yeah. You're not a cup. No, they're not. They are an individual. You are, in fact, a potato. A potato, 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 monato. I still remember the one a long time ago, which is still ongoing. I need to add. It's I'm still working on a project, still working on the manuscript of something called Babylon, and it's changing every few decades to how I want it to be and end up to be, because there's so much things I later on come up have in my mind that I go, oh, this would be interesting, or this would be much better for the character and all that. I do not see any fault by returning to old scriptures or returning to old scripts and changing them, because sometimes I realize that the thought that I had back in the day kind of don't match the thought I have now, or the idea that later on seemed like it was a good idea becomes a bad idea. What is my cup size, you bastard? My cup size is B. No. My cup size is double V. No, my cup size is... I was trying to find a joke. Hold on. My cup size is... bloody my dyslexia. WB. Very big. As my cup size. Uh, but yeah, Babylon. Again, it's still ongoing. I still go back and forth with the manuscript. I haven't shared anything. We had a group a long time ago, and I haven't shared anything on that one because the ideas are still floating. The ideas of everything is still floating around in my head to how I want it to be, not only presented but how the story will progress around the characters. And so many times I find another piece of information. It was just I heard for only B. No, I accept that will be yeah. I accept it too. Uh, but I don't know if people have heard this one as well, and it got me to very interesting parts for just Babylon as well. Have any of you heard about the Smurfette theory? Or I think it's a I think it's just called the Smurfette. Um, I think it's called the theory actually. Smurfette analogy of theory. Has anyone heard it? If you have, it's sort of interesting. It's not because it's anything. I wouldn't say it's anything wrong. It's just an interesting thought in the process of how you maybe writing your characters in manuscripts and how they did it back in the days. And it got me a little bit thinking of just Babylon as well as a writer as well. To that the Smurfette sort of like theory is that if you look at back in 90s cartoons, you can see that it is only one girl in all the party. You can see it in I'm gonna have a good example, not using Smurfs as a good example, but using for instance Rescue Rangers. They only have one female character, and that is called a Smurfette. Uh, well, not theory, but sort of. I don't know. I don't want to say theory, but I have it in my head right for the moment. Uh, it probably called something else, but it's worth looking up actually. And it made me kind of want to change the script a lot more because I realized how close I was to that thought that I only had one character who was considered female in my story, and I just went, well, no, I don't want this. So I quickly skipped that idea, and instead I did something else. I turned it into something different. Now to something completely different. I'm gonna just draw in my turn now, and I just gonna mark the eyes as well, because even now I do see it's not where I want them to be. So that made me at least, yeah, exactly. And Tolkien as well. Tolkien as well has only one sort of character as well. It's what's their name? Jesus, it was such a long time since I watched Lord of the Rings as well. Love that. uh, but that's a good, equally good as well. So again, knowing knowing from that, I just went, oh well, I need to change my manuscript again because it's again, it isn't wrong, I would say. Yeah, again, trying to include definitely we try to make it as much as possible. Uh, inside a story as well. But when we come to certain, I need to turn this up. When we come to certain characters inside a script where we have different parties and where we have different stories, I realize quite quick that there is only a female character, and even though they're not talking about again having that, what is it called? Bechtel test, I think it's called. I don't know completely what it's called. Uh, but I realized quite quick in an environment, so many environments that I had already drawn out and already kind of written down, there was only one character, and it happened alongside a lot of these situations. So I just went, well, I need to change that. I need to draw the hands. Just get him in there. But for me, it was more of an eye opener. And again, it's up to everyone how they want to draw, how they want to do the scripts and all that. But for me, it kind of was quick analogy for some of my old manuscript as well. To go, well, this could definitely be better. Here we go. I'm just gonna mark these ones as well, so I know where to head. And then we have a secondary eyebrow there as well, and there as well. Yeah, exactly. Bechtel test. I probably said it wrong, but again, it's up to each and every one what they want to do. I kind of noticed that and just went, need to fix that. Need to fix that in my head. Because it's about communicate. It's about, for me, a little bit, at least, to just be ahead of my own thoughts. So already right now, I can see that the eyes. You can probably not see it, but I can definitely see it. You can't change it. That the eyes need to come up a little bit higher. So what we're gonna do is that we're going to just erase these. Go back and forth a little bit. Oh, thank you, I got it. Thank you, not my devil mug. We are going to take it down a peg, like such. Then we're gonna take in your eyes. Not gonna use that eraser. I need to use the other eraser. Again, trying to have a check on chat at the same time as I'm having check on this. Quite hard, but any questions at all? You're so welcome. think that we are going to need to put the nose just a little bit further in front. Get the angry eyebrows. All the angry eyebrows. Much better. Look at this. Here we go, much better. So we can already see that the hand is supposed to move up as well. And the wrist isn't really moving. You can probably see. So the wrist is moving up, but the whole body is not. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fix this quite quick. And I want this hand to actually follow instead of being where it is. And we can add things as well as we go. So the hand kind of ends up here instead. So the fingers are one there and one there. Finger a bit, and then we have 1, 2, 3 knuckles. So yeah, much better. Now it actually looks like it follows along. Much better. Character goes upright a little bit. I do think, yeah, about somewhere around there. Sorry I'm being so quiet, but again, I when I'm concentrating, I keep myself shut. Fix the belt a little bit. There we go, much better. We'll fix it in post. Navel. There we go, much better, much better. moving to the stratosphere. I don't know why I sung that. Here we go. So now we see the eyes are much better as well. They follow the line much quicker. I needed to. Well, that's good. The program OBS just told me, oh, I updated. Going like, oh, cool. What did you update? Sort of lack of information I never get to know. Computers, they scare me. Coming from me, up from being a going theater technician, having to know all the technology and all the lights and all sorts. Still I go, technology, that's someone else's problem. I just want to put up things. Can I just put up things? Oh, I can't. Okay, cool. All right. Just gonna put another. Oh, whoops. Another stripe in here. But yeah. Also, I can see that the arm is not going to be that big either. If it is moving backwards, it's actually going to stay somewhere around here. And we're going to move that line a little bit further up as well. I just started thinking, as soon as I started looking at all of this, it's just so many people. There is not only one person out there. There's so many people. When I do some art of a good-looking character or a character I have in my mind, and I show them to them, I'll say, "Look what I made. This is a beautiful character," and immediately, like fly to shit, and say, "I like the butt." Going like, "God damn it." I have recently become the man known as doing butts, and I can't complain. I have I have studied the butt, but when it comes to like all the things, I don't blame also taking the credit for it. But again, it becomes sort of funny thing going like, but there's so much more to this than just a butt. Well, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys. Right, so we come to the hairstyle now, and what we're gonna do is that we are just, since there is slowing down, just draw the hair on a separate piece. And we'll move it. Oh. This is the most liveliest chat I have ever had. Always good to talk to people on this app. So, we're at 13. 13. So there are some things we already need to change when it comes to this. I'm just gonna mark a few of them. Also, doing hair has always been the secondary thing that I'm trying to do better when it comes to animation and when it comes to drawing in general, because hair for me, I want it to be in different styles, and there's so many people out there who have such a lovely hairstyle. Again, I observe a lot of people on the streets, and some of them just have amazing hairstyles, and they rock it like there was no tomorrow. And I sometimes become really jealous because I want to style my hair as well, but never got the time for it. I excuse myself. And everyone is so confident when they change their hairstyle. I look so cool when they do it. When they do it. So trying to do different sort of hairstyles. And sometimes I find I copy them from either friends who have done a really cool hairstyle, or I see someone on the streets. I'm just trying to get a mental picture how it looks. Observing people, not creepily. Always remember, never do it creepily. Do it with style. If they look at you, you can just compliment on their hairstyle, going like, you have really nice hair. Remind them to have a really lovely day. Oh my god, we've been here for 2 hours. And it's nearly... Oh, we'll be here for another while as well. Why not? Having a bloody holiday. Do whatever I please, goddammit. Some of them angry eyebrows up. A weird addiction I have as well. It's not an addiction, it's sort of like a funny thing. I always save up the stumps from my pens, so I know how many I've used during the time of production. I had a mission once to see how long I can come with a piece of paper, with a pen, just to see how much it took, and it took the whole pen nearly. Was an animation that it's still out there, but it's the same. It could have been better, but we learn and we do. We continuously do. So we're gonna do this a little bit quicker. So right now it's just to fill in. All the frames. This is why you want to keep as clean lines as possible, because when you come into these sort of things as well, would say it's better to know where you're drawing. Whoops. That needs to be fixed, but meh. Starting to think of questions that I have gotten during the years. Some would have been about that they just love 2D animation, which is really nice. And again, many of them are just as I say. It's sometimes they show up to these live events, but again, I don't care. People watch it in their own free time, and they are allowed to. I will continue doing my live animation no matter what, no matter if it's just two or one or myself doing it, because I know that in the end, some people will watch it. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but maybe during a weekend. Maybe they sleep into this, listening to the sweet sounds of me drawing. That's why sometimes I wonder if I should just do an ASMR to please the pen and paper loving people. I don't think I have the mic for it though. A secondary thing when people are actually discussing to why I do it this way as well. It has not been about, well, I'll have to do it hard for myself, you should just draw and copy. But when you look at animation as well, you can see that even still frames somehow have movement in them. And if I was exactly gonna do this digital, I would do this whole character and then just focus on the hair moving back and forth. But when you're doing cleanup, you want to have as much of the character as possible, as well as you're continuing on having an understanding that each and every drawing is, first of all, different. So when you would do this in, I've done this before, when you have done this in celluloid and have painted it, that I should probably do sometimes as well, because I love that process. But it takes a while. That. Sorry, I just realized a little bit of a mistake here. I'll be right back with you. Oh, there was someone. Distracting me with. Oh, that's not an apology. That's a good distraction. Food is important. Secondary. Right, up to now. To all my arms. Do a little bit more. We'll try on 3 hours. It would be fun. Probably just throw in a small break as well. So I get to do, I don't know, take a shit. See, I don't allow kids to be on this live stream. So, if there are any cheating kids out there, no. As well as people have done one question. They have asked if I do any sort of character modeling before, and I have. We used this before as well. I used to check over this as well to have an understanding how the character is gonna look later on as well. So we have body structures together with a character down here as well. I can't really show everything like such, but we have it on the whole thing as well. And also realized that this was in the background as well. Unfinished piece of a Renga. And all our party. I was gonna change that as well. I haven't gone through those at all. So I checked through this. I have it over here. In a nice little place. Let's go on to the other one, and the face is coming towards more of a close. We are going to just draw it in just a little bit to get the whole face and character. Check later on. I'm not going to do it much harder on the collar because I need to see where it turns, and if the eyes match where I think they're going to match. But the eyebrows, definitely I can throw in the eyebrows. Whoops. We'll fix that. Yeah, well. Also, do anyone else have trouble sleeping at night? I do. Since usually when I'm up and going to bed, it's nightfall, but I'm a creative owl, so I always do this later on at night, and then I watch my shows late on to the night, and then I realize that in the end, that right now it's so bright outside that I forget to go to bed. And then it's bright outside. My head goes, you know what? Stay up, stay up. See, it was already getting down, so it's probably. I want to see what happens if I move you behind. We'll see that in final. When I add it up as well. Because right now as well, many of the lines doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. And it's fine. Because they're gonna get shaded later on and they're gonna get in colored. So where they all go. Kind of a give and take. You're looking too good. Thank you. Sometimes I catch a glance what people are writing. Work a little bit on. I think I'm working a little bit on shoulder play. Yes, they're trying to get up a bit. I don't think this is gonna make a whole lot of sense. But we'll see how it looks when I compare it to the finished one. Probably somewhere around there, probably somewhere around there. How I do what? What are we gonna put it at? I don't know, here? Experimentus. So the legs are pretty much staying at the same position here because I haven't drawn them in, which kind of adds to what we need to do. Take away the original, add in this piece, And we're gonna see if we can follow the same arm as well. We're just gonna see the shoulders play out. Because I do think it's... Yep, absolutely. It doesn't match. See it already. But it kind of makes a little bit more sense. Trying to see where the head, and I would take the lip up a little bit. Again, this is the whole boring part of doing animation. The rough animation is completely fine, because then you're just going with the flow and trying to see what works and what doesn't. And as you can kind of continue going on the animation, you can see where, by having the cleanup version, you kind of see where you want to head. That's why I'm dribbling so back and forth so much as well, to also not make the lips bigger than they are or smaller than they look to be. So when we have this cheek, to not only make it match up with the second one, is to make sure that when you're going through the animation, that you don't have, that you understand how you turn your heads and all sorts. Too much talking of nothing, actually. Also, there's gonna be a little bit more sharper eyes. And this eyebrow is definitely lower than the other one. Again, I nearly lost my eraser, but luckily I had another eraser just on the side of mine. Here we go. Here we go, much better. So when we go later on to the eyebrows, we can definitely have more. shoulder pops up a bit, so we are going to make sure that works. What are you doing there? Go away. Ah, thank you. Again. It's fun with animation. Again, when, as I have told people before, as I told a little bit early on, the funniest thing is then when you experiment and it seems to work. It's so rewarding. And then you're trying to figure it out as well as you go. We are going to see where... Oh, it dropped so much. I'm actually gonna let the stomach bend in a bit again. Again, I've tried. Again, it's a sort of thing. I do this animation nowadays to just do them because it makes me do the animation. But I still wonder which day would be the best day to stream for people. Since, I mean, again, many of the people says they want to watch. And again, if they can, they can. If they don't, they don't. So I'm just trying to understand. All right, what would be the best time to stream for the general people? So I've been trying on doing on a little bit before holiday, on every Sunday. We're going to make this a little less of a collar, and I try to do it on Sundays. And some people have come, and I don't know. I genuinely do not know. So it's just an interesting question for people. Because someone said to me, do it on a Sunday, because many people will watch. And I was like, all right then. So I did it on a Sunday. Some people came and watched, and then they became, I don't know, bored with my animation. By the way, this isn't the boobs, alright? This is the armor. Just a point to everybody. I don't draw big boobs. Well, it depends, really. Why am I trying to defend myself? No, don't worry. For everyone who is, again, telling me of a bottle of... Why do we come to this one? And we got some butts to deal with. So I don't know. Trying to find a recently good sort of time to stream for people so they know that I'm on. and I post it as well on like Instagram, Facebook, those sort of places. And then it either works or not. People seem to follow me. I'm nearly up to 200 followers. Hooray! On Facebook. At least on the thing that I want to do. So yeah, it all depends. Any suggestions from my lovely audience? What would be a good day to stream? To send out content to the world, to tell, hello, I'm doing art. You know what you should do? You should also do art. You can do art together with me. Since they are bending, I do think that we're going to change the belt. Let's make it more dimensional, like such. And I do think the hands need to be in a different way as well. Because the fingers can though bend. They can bend upwards and downwards. So besides, it's a cartoon, they can bend their fingers. No worries, folks. I'm animated. No answer on that front. Okay, cool. We're gonna change the eyes. Not make them as thick and beady. 14. Very good. Alright, we reached the halfway line. So let's see how far we have gotten. Sorry. So these are the ones we are working on. I am also going to take a little bit of a 5-minute breaker. I'm going to just post it. Let's retry that one. I'm gonna film a bit and then send it up on Instagram so people can know that what we have done today. Come and see. And I saw, and behold, a white horse. Is it calling it the same? I'm sorry. There we go. Right, we're taking very short little break because I need to rest my hands. At least one of them. Yeah, it's gonna turn on to this one. And I'm just gonna fill up my mug with some delicious some water with juice in it. Hold on just a second. I'm back. So, should I do... Now we got just gonna do a little bit of free run here. I generally think that we have done quite well of us. And do we want to do free drawing? Or do we want to continue animation for the last 20 minutes? Oh. The place is yours to command. Also, I was trying to understand that people have just could add links to Instagram. Now, to call me old-fashioned, I have no idea how to do anything of that, like at all. So, yeah. I'll turn on the animation so we get something to look at. I mean, I'm not getting any response, so we probably will continue doing the last. Ooh. Oh, no, I don't seem to get any responses. You can kind of see in the animation where I think there is going to be an... I'm gonna take away an ad. Take away a frame at least. I think it is 16 or something. Because it stays too still for a long time. And it doesn't really work. Because the rest is kind of a movement. I'm trying to fix the hands as well, because you see it, they hop up and down as well. But yeah, small fixes can be fixed. Oh. I mean, well then, with no further ado, let's do the final piece. Oh, drinking from my Satan mug. And transferring myself into the animation. So, again, so far, quite pleased with the whole animation. And I'm pleased that it didn't shut down as well. All the live stream seems to be working. So let's see how long we can do for the final 20 minutes we have on this stream. I love this face. Oh. This is really me. I gotta have fun on my... I need to have fun when I work. Or when I draw. Else I wouldn't do it. I think I've been abandoned. Oh well. What should I talk about? Because there's a lot of things that people have questioned during the years. Oh, during my time. I can land with some good advice. It's to just keep on drawing. I mean, it sounds like an idiotic and obvious thing, but if there is a situation where I myself have been stuck with don't knowing how to draw or what to draw, immediately I go and I do something else. I do something that I know that I will love to do. Like I do either Ram from D&D, or I do some silly character art, or I do something that I know I will enjoy much more if I'm stuck on something. Because the same is with an animation that I've been working on for such a long time, an intro to one of our campaigns for D&D, and it has stuck. Not because I'm not lost in steam, it's just I have realized that where I was going with the animation is definitely, I could do it 10 times better. And I want to ask people to help me as well on finishing that animation, because it would be fun to have. Because as, I don't know who said it, I think it was one of my good friends when we were playing D&D, going like, it's so fun to have two artists being on the table and actually drawing D&D. So again, it's something I couldn't do in my normal daily life. I would definitely do now. And D&D is such a fun aspect of doing all those stuff. I guess see. Right, I've done the hat. Turn this off. original. After the war, I went back to New York. After the war, I went back to New York. They are reliable with the lay. So already I can see how much the hair is swifting, which is okay, I would say. There's just some hair would like to take a little bit longer on. Like have a 3/4, not as bend as you might think it would be. So example, having this bend up here to actually be a little bit more straight and thick as such, because then I do think that the flow, at least on one part of the hair, looks like it has a little bit of wind resistance. Just up here as well, to make it a little bit more straight. Make it fall a bit, actually. Much better. Gonna see already the faults, so we're just gonna keep on going. '80s of winter spot. I'm stuck on Hamilton. Alexander Hamilton. My name is Alexander Hamilton. Is it still going on? Why are they taking a pause? I don't know. Oh, what else should I talk about? What else? What else? What else can we say that hasn't been said before? That hasn't been repeated. That's why I need you, chat. What did I miss? Also, why am I flipping back and forth when I still see through? Well, I'm flipping back and through because sometimes I'm not really sure which line is which, and want to be sure that I do not just pretend there is a line somewhere where it isn't a line. and therefore making sure that we have all the lines that we need. Whoops. Beep. Boop. Boop. Beep. Boo. Angry eyebrows. Oh, so angry. Oh, so angry. I forgot the abs. We're gonna do that before we actually end all this. We're gonna add the abs. Because I will not allow this magnificent archer that we have created today walk out of here without no abs. It would be a disgrace. Pew, 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 boops. People, people. Why am I sounding like R2D2? Beep boop bop boop. It's my nerdy. It's my computer. It's me being a computer. Beep boop bop. Alright, what we're gonna do is we're gonna finish up by doing the abs for this character. And thank God that we have some abs to go on. We can actually add this one as well. There we go. And there we go. You're rich, son. There we go. Oh, someone Thank you for the subscription, by the way. Sure. I was trying to see the name, but apparently I didn't. Alright. This is what the final thing we'll do. Oh, it was you! Oh, thank you. If you see this later on, go to the end. The end of the video, which is now. And I'll say, so thank you so much. Oh, it's okay. Again, people are tired, people are this, people are that, but it's completely fine. We cannot all be there. Sure, you know what I should do to make it fun? Because right now we have all of this. We have so many frames that we have already made. We should copy them and actually see how it all looks. And he's saying, oh, thank you. You can watch the stream later and go to the end of the live stream. Go to the end of the live stream and hear this. Thank you for subscribing! I was wondering who subscribed. Dimitrik Pop. I'm so sorry. Dimitri from the lovely Instagram. So beautiful. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Shall we see? 1, 2. I just thinking out loud. I was just gonna thank people. See the praise you get for following me. So we're gonna take these last pieces. Just gonna add them up and see how they all look. And that will pretty much be the end of this stream, I would say. Let's see how it all looks so far. Hell yeah! It's alright. Again, if we take this and we just flip back and forth, it is still different, which is kind of nice, but it isn't that visible to the naked eye as much as it was as continuous drawing and then just copyright from digital art. That's why I watch traditional, because you have to make it by hand. Obviously the ear is a little bit too big. It's going all the way down there. Can we make it go like such instead? Yeah, much better. I love adding just some smaller things. Even though we're drawing kind of the same, again, the same character. This one ain't the same as this one, and it's a minor differences. But yeah. Whoops. Calm down, calm down. So we'll pop over here for the last stretch. Let us see if we come back from the kilobytes. Here we go. We'll take this once away. We have done 15 pages. I'm just looking through these that we started. I think we started on 9. So we have done 6 frames in 3 hours. Now imagine this doing this a whole day. Now obviously I had to talk, we took a break and other things, but in the end it's all fine. We are running on the end of this fantastic stream, everybody. See what Instagram tells me. And yeah, so yeah, okay. All the better. We are running at the end of this lovely stream. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope that the people who have joined me had a lovely time hanging out with me. It was super fun to have some people to talk to during this lovely stream. And we'll see when we jump back into this. We'll probably not finish it, but we have up to 31 extra pages, so we're halfway through actually. And then we're gonna see some more action-packed archery. So we're over halfway there, and all thanks to you. In any case, thank you all so much for watching. I've said it now probably 5 times, but we'll say it again. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like what I've done, don't hesitate to subscribe. Also, you can check me out at on Instagram at creative_arts_John by using the hashtag on the screen, or just go to at creative_arts_John. You can also find me on Facebook at Art and Animation by John F. And you can also use the at John Art and Animation, all in one word. Well, that ought to do it. So I hope that everyone had a lovely time, and I hope that we'll see each other soon again. All right. Well, good night, everybody.